My name is Dr. Abhi Ghadge. I work for Cranfield University as an associate professor of supply chain management. I mean, the media team has done a brilliant job. I would say, the amount of effort which has gone. And I remember, when I was approached 6 months back, I can understand it might have gone more than 6 months of preparation to make this event a great success. And the amount of the kind of delegates and the presenters, including the workshop activities which are part of this conference, I think it just so talks about how much effort has gone into organizing this kind of event. And I would imagine this will be one of the, I'm sure in few years it would be one of the leading conferences for supply chain practitioners in logistics and supply chain management. I attended one of the discussion forums on AI for supply chain forecasting, and I felt that was quite interesting because there was significant amount of examples coming from different participants in that part of workshop, where people were providing lots of insights about what kind of machine learning algorithms, artificial intelligence kind of softwares which they use within the organization. But then also there was a lot of discussion around the challenges around bad quality data, getting the right kind of machine learning algorithm, and then making the right kind of decisions, and how the supply chain managers can effectively use those results, what they're achieving from AI generated software. So that was quite interesting discussion, and I really enjoyed that one. As the only academic delegate attending this supply chain logistics conference, I think there was clearly, for me in particular, there was a lot to learn and take away from the industry practitioners, particularly on the topics around supply chain sustainability, supply chain resilience, supply chain transformation. These are were some key topics around. But also apart from that, there was discussions around leadership, inclusiveness, diversity. Those were the topics which we hardly really talk as a main sort of focus areas within supply chain, but were clearly also articulated and explored within this conference, which I felt was quite unique in itself. I mean, this conference has been running for last 10 years, so it speaks about its volumes. And I think given the nature of delegates who come and attend, not just I think mainly focused on industry, but I think as an academic delegate, there's so much to learn from it. I think trying to understand where the industry currently stands, what are their real-time challenges, and what are they doing in terms of exploring the solutions, and how university partners, as an educational partners, can support in achieving those or addressing some of those challenges which industry is facing. Lots of stuff which was revolving around supply chain leadership is something which was quite an interesting takeaway. But apart from that, there was a wide amount of discussion around supply chain digital transformation. There was lots of discussion around, again, supply chain resilience, supply chain sustainability, and not just those as an independent elements, but how they actually go together hand in hand to really achieve the competitive advantage for supply chain professionals or supply chain companies in general. So I think as an academic delegate, it was quite interesting to see that these are not just an independent areas to focus upon, but they go hand in hand together for supply chains to progress in a long term. Amazing. I mean, the gala dinner was so well organized. I particularly liked the keynote speech. I think there was so much to learn from, like the 10 commandments to be an efficient, effective supply chain manager was a key takeaway. But apart from them, there was a lot of discussion around conventional supply chain challenges and what kind of strategies are being used by different organizations. So on my table, I had people quite at a senior level in terms of their supply chain management activities, and I personally had a lot to learn from those. We did also talk about few other non-supply chain topics, but I think overall it was a fantastic evening to interact with. Thank you. We had a lot of discussions around typical supply chain issues, but I think the one which was particularly quite interesting for me is how technology or digital elements are being embedded within supply chain operations. So this driving digital transformation within supply chains using the Industry 4.0 or 5.0 technologies was quite an interesting discussion around. And there has been so much of emphasis on bringing AI-enabled capabilities for supply chain planning, sales purchasing related activities, or be it like, optimizing your warehouse. So there's a whole lot of technologies, right from Internet of Things, cloud computing, data analytics, as well as some fancy capabilities like digital twin also being explored to address some of the supply chain challenges. So that was quite clearly an interesting a discussion which I really enjoyed. This was my first supply chain logistics conference this year, but then I think going forward, I would very much look forward to attending it every year if possible. Given the reason is particularly like because as an academic, you are not just want to be talking about the stuff which is remains limited within your journal publications or books, but also you want to make sure that it is relevant for the industry. And I think this is a fantastic conference to understand what industry needs and then tailor your education pathways to align with those kind of expectations.